Before I hand over to Chantel, she's going to conclude our teaching series on relationship goals. This is a special Sunday. This is a special Sunday as we celebrate our Emma McQuaggan. This will be officially her final Sunday, or final time leading our teenagers, our young people. After nearly 8 years of leading, we want to just take a bit of time, a moment, just to celebrate, to appreciate, to thank, and it's so good that hardly any of our young people are here. Isn't that amazing? She's done such a great job. She's done herself out of a job. They're at Summer Madness. They're elsewhere. In fact, the only young people here are our free transfers from Antrim Coast Vineyard. Oh, sorry. I know. We've got Lucas, he's going to share in a minute. Beth and Roobsters, good to see you also. Okay, so video. Do we have one? So.
Hi, I'm Steph, for those of you who don't know me. Apologies, I can't be there this morning, but that means the weather has held up and I'm currently camping with Tom, Vicky, Aaron and the kids, so pray for me. Emma and I have led youth together for the last 7 to 8 years. So I took over either just before or just after Emma became the boss lady. And over that time, we have seen a full generation of school kids come through from P7 first year right up to upper sixth and beyond, stepping into the roles of youth leaders themselves or stepping out into bigger adventures that God's called them to. And it's just been beautiful just to see those young people grow and develop in their faith and begin to see themselves not only how God sees them, but how we see them as well. And fall not only in love with Jesus, but more in love with themselves too. And so now we have the Eves and the Ellies and the Lydias and the Finns and the Finleys and the Harrys and the Ods that we all know and love today. Sorry if I forgot anyone. And that's been obviously down to God, but down to Emma's amazing leadership. Over the last 7 years, she has led so faithfully, so diligently, never once complaining. When Emma joined the team, or joined as a youth leader, she was in the middle of uni, in the middle of her finals, and she was there every week without fail, always working away, helping us to lead the young people. And I don't know if anyone knows, but Emma has the most hectic work life outside of youth. She talks to me about it and I just feel tired listening. But she's still there. She's committed, she's dedicated, she puts her heart and soul into every single thing that she does. Trips to move, trips to Summer Madness, youth weekends away, in-house weekends, trips to Romania, all require military level organisation, and Emma's always 10 steps ahead of us, always keeping us going, always letting us know what we should be doing, when we should be doing it, and never once complains. She does so much behind the scenes work that parents don't know about, things that I don't even know about, and she just gets on with it, putting her heart and soul into everything that she does. Many's a night Emma would have phoned me late at night, and being a busy mum of two, I must admit she's wakened me out of my night's sleep. But because it's Emma, I answer the call. Anyone else would have had the red button hit on them. But we just batted about ideas, chatted about things, putting the world of youth to rights, and it's just been a lovely time to lead with her. She's led our team so faithfully. She's pushed us out of our comfort zones, allowed us to grow and develop in areas that we didn't know we could grow in, and just allowed us to fulfill that God-given potential in each of us. And she's seen that when we haven't seen it, and just really been our biggest cheerleader and our biggest champion in order to help grow and develop the youth of Carrickfergus. And it's just been incredible. She has given Peter and I the opportunity to sit back and chill out this year, and it's just been lovely to see our younger leaders just step into what God's given them to do and allow our team to grow and develop in the way that God wants it to, in order to reach the young people of Carrickfergus Vineyard. When she floated the idea that she would be stepping down, I'm not sure if she was allowed to, but she did, as we chatted about everything, floated the idea that she was going to step down this year, I thought, well, maybe it's a good time for me to go as well. We stepped into youth together, so maybe we should step down together. But as that time became a reality and come closer and closer, I knew in my heart it wasn't right to go. So Granny and Granda, myself and Peter will keep the ship running as these younger guys take over and move in that period of transition. And Owen, if you ever want to run anything past me, just make sure I'm awake first. So yeah, Emma, on behalf of our youth team and wider CV Youth fam, we just want to say a massive thank you to you for leading us so well and so faithfully over the 7 or 8 years that you have. And we just pray God's blessing in whatever you want to do next, whatever God calls you to. We know that you will give your heart and soul into it. So yeah, we love you. Thanks so much. Bye.
Yes, it was meant to be Lucas, but you are both there together, so.
Okay. So I was known as an OGYL. That means an old girl youth leader. And I was really glad when Emma joined, because that meant that I could step away. Isn't that right, Sergi? Isn't that right, Matt? We are the dream team, the OG dream team. However, before I get into this, I just want to do something. Because you have to be really down with the kids in youth. And I'll be honest with you, Ruby's now dying at the back. That's why I stepped away from youth, to stop the family embarrassment. However, I just want to say, Emma, from a parent perspective, you know, our children and young people, it's really hard to be a young person today. Really hard. There's loads of challenges. And the reason why I've changed my glasses is a bit like Romans 12, because Emma has taught them not to conform to the ways of the world and to take that really good lens. To look at the Bible, and I have saw both my Ruby and Finley, both our children, start to read their Bible more. I've saw them growing spiritually in faith, but also not being afraid to stand up for what they believe in. And that boldness and that confidence has came because you have encouraged them. I actually, and it was really strange that Steph said it as well, but I really love the Dallas Cowboys. And if anybody watches the Netflix documentary, season 2 is on, and I can't do Thunder, but I might give it a go. But the reality is, Emma has been our children's best cheerleader. And it's not a cheerleader with pom-poms, it's a cheerleader with prayer. And she has prayed faithfully and diligently for them. She's encouraged us as a church to get behind the work that the team have been doing. I have been really grateful that they've created experiences to go to places like Move and to Summer Madness and youth weekends and, you know, walks out, barbecues, fun times in the park. But all of that fun has came with a depth, and that depth has been connection and building that sense of belonging to our church. And it is ironic in a sense that we're here and the first number of rows aren't full, because that's where they all congregate and hang out. And that has just been a real privilege to watch. And I've seen some of our children come and grow, and I've also saw some teenagers leave us. But one thing they all come back to is the love that they have. If they come through for a Christmas service or Easter, they'll always speak to the youth leaders. And Emma, you have cultivated that culture where our young people know that they're loved and they know that you are their best cheerleader. And as you step away and perhaps get a different set of lenses on whatever you'll step into next, I know that you will not conform either, and that God has something bigger and better for you. I really appreciate the times you lead worship. I think that you're really gifted there as well. And at one point, Paul said to me, whenever she started coming into youth, Emma is a quality girl. You are quality, Emma, and our children have just been really blessed to have you walking alongside them. And to be honest, Emma, I've been blessed too, to have you walk alongside me on many occasions. So thank you for all that you've done on behalf of all of the parents. And thank you for just pouring in, cheerleading our children and wanting the very best for them. Because for me, sometimes my children don't do as they are told. I know that's hard to believe. But just having another key adult in their life who loves them nearly like a mummy, cares for them like a best friend, and listens to them. Honestly, it's been so valuable, and I think I speak on all behalf of the parents here today just to say a wholehearted thank you and wish you every success.
Thank you. Well done, mate.
Hello? Oh, good. It works. Haven't broke it this time. So, for you that don't know me, don't know if that's good or bad, don't have to know me, so that's probably good. But my name's Lucas. I've been coming to Vineyard with my family for about 5 years. If you can't tell, I'm in Rockets. I also do gems and all. But with that, kind of also in youth as well. Should probably mention that first. But one of the bits that I've seen with being the youth and going through it that way is a completely different way. Obviously, we've had Steph who leads it. So you've got the leader, you've got the parent, and now you get the person in it. So we'll see that. But one of the bits that I've loved with being in youth with Emma is how, despite the hectic work life or anything going on, she's there constantly. And that's one thing for youth that's key is with so much in the world changing every week, all these new trends that appear for like 2 days and disappear, you need something to be solid. And as parable of the house, you need solid foundation. And you need not just God for that, you do need the leaders who are there to help you find that. And it's amazing for that. And it's the commitment to the role, because it is, probably everyone knows that it's so easy on a Sunday night especially. It's like, can I just have my dinner and go to bed? And it's, especially if life in general, if you have work as well, and doing worship in the mornings, must be probably the last thing I want to do at times. But she still comes. And it's the bit that's really great is how she shows her faith through doing it, and never feels like she's just there because she has to be. It always shows that she truly loves doing it. And it's a bit of this that it shows through all the leaders as well, and it's amazing. And she's always there for us in youth, so if we ever need something prayed for, she's one of the first to come over to help. And always reminds me of the verse, Proverbs 27, verse 17. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. And I think that is true. So thank you, Emma, for everything.
Very briefly, she is quality, and she's led so faithfully, so diligently, so good. And I guess the only thing I would add is she's really grown as a leader in all of her faithfulness. She's really stepped up and grown in leadership, which has been so good to see. To the point where already there are some events for young adults arranged and organised for this summer holiday, which is part of a new role that Emma is going to be stepping into, is to foster and nurture and gather and equip and just encourage her own generation, which is absolutely fantastic. We were delighted at the beginning of this year to bring Emma together with Brian onto our senior leadership group, and she's a part of that and has a wider lens in terms of speaking into the life of our church. And so we know this is right to kind of step down and to step kind of aside. Owen is going to be taking over come kind of now into sort of September. But she's left a real legacy in our young people, and we're so delighted. Oh, you're hiding, girls. So we have a couple of things for Emma. Why don't you come round? Emma, why don't you come forwards? Why don't we celebrate? Do you want to say a couple of things?
I don't know how to. I'll try.
Yeah, go ahead. I think that'll be good.
I feel like a lot of what I probably would have said has already been said. But no, it has been an incredible journey. Like, I think we say 7-8 years because I was on team for a year and Paul was looking to step down and he was like, who can I pass this on to? So then he approached me and was like, will you take this over? At the time, I was in university. I must have been 22. And to think that you're taking something over, and now we're handing it over to OD, who's, coming 20. Yeah. But it's incredible. And again, it's due to, you have all those amazing people, that amazing team around you, so you're not by yourself. But definitely for me, it's been like the amount that I've learned and grown through doing this and through service. It's why I would always encourage everyone to get involved in any team. Like, you don't know how God's going to use you. You don't know where he'll take you or the relationships that you'll build through that. So it really has been incredible. And I see it in my own day-to-day personal relationships, professional, and it's really helped me grow into who I am today. I suppose I have a few thank yous, obviously. I don't feel like I haven't done anything by myself. Thank you especially to Paul and Chantel. It's been incredible, and nurturing and fostering me. Like, we meet monthly to discuss, what's going on, and really just to input into, well, why would you do it that way? What about this? Is this a better way that you could potentially do it? And just having that reflection has significantly helped me grow. All of the youth leaders as well. Like, it's been incredible to serve alongside so many of you, the OGs and the newer youth leaders who were young people. And that, I think that seeing that full circle, as Steph was saying, is absolutely incredible. And seeing those ones who were first, second year whenever I started are now the ones who are leading the youth. Thank you to you as a church for always supporting, always being there, always praying, being so faithful, being so generous. It's what makes our young people who they are. And then obviously thank you to our young people. It's been an absolute joy and pleasure to spend all this time with them. And if you know them, you will know they're absolutely incredible. And I spoke last year, and I think that verse that comes to me always is Isaiah 63:1. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting for the Lord, for the splendor of his glory. And that just always resonates with me. Like, they are so faithful, they are so committed, they have amazing relationships together, but most importantly, they have a love and a desire to get to know God more. So it's been amazing to share in their journey and to have a little bit of an impact where I can. But yeah, thank you all so much.